Howdy.
Hey y'all, what is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome back to What's in My Cup. Y'all know us.
You know what we're here to do? What we're here to do?
Restore, reignite, and renew.
Every day.
The everyday woman.
But on today, we talking about wait a minute, hold on. You really looking like your mama today. You know that? I really don't.
The older I get, the more and more I look like her. She's like all in my face.
Yeah, and of course your mannerisms.
Yeah, both of them. I'm just definitely their kid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, before we continue, what let me see your cup. What's your cup say today?
Oh, my cup says, worry less, live more.
That's what happens. They say you live a lot longer if you worry less.
Yeah, I'm starting to embrace that.
Like, I can't call it. Look, I can't control it. I can't call it.
No. So like, with that being said, ladies and everybody that's joining, today we're talking about mental health. As you know, or maybe you don't know, May was Mental Health Awareness Month. So we wanted to just kind of tap into some of those things that we don't talk about enough and discuss the importance of them and, some things to look out for, in yourself, friends, your children, especially with the climate of today's world, things that we're going through. So that's what we wanted to discuss today.
And my cup was, I guess it can play in today. Do you see what that says? Is it backwards?
Take time to make your soul happy. I love that. I love that. Yeah, so that definitely ties into the mental health piece that we're talking about today. I love that. Cute cup.
So,
why you give me one?
Girl, I forgot I had
this. Think buy two. When you buy yourself one, buy us one.
Hey, listen, when I know I need to just take the cart and I just need to do this for the shelf.
That's what you gotta do.
I'm gonna do next time. Yeah. I'm gonna come with my own paper. I'm gonna wrap them up myself. We they take all day and
they be taking all. Don't they?
Just give me some bubble wrap.
I was like, lady, I'm just gonna put them on my fingers and I'm just gonna walk out with them. Don't worry about that, because trying to go here.
Put them on my fingers. I'm gonna walk out the door.
Walk out the door just like this. It's okay.
But so the topic that we're gonna delve into is that delve into. Our girl said devil.
I don't want to devil in it.
I don't want to delve in either. We're gonna delve in it. We're gonna delve in it. Delve in it.
Okay, got you. You letting your Southern roots show. Okay, go ahead.
Girl, I ain't got none. She's right. So I think I want to kind of talk about like what is it? Of course they always talk about stigmas, but how we think mental health is just an extreme issue where someone is like schizophrenic or bipolar or manic depressive or clinical. Like it is those things that is there, but there's also other so many other
anxiety, depression, but just to name a few, depression, stress can fall under that umbrella. Those are the things that like we don't talk about. It's kind of like taboo for black people.
Black people don't talk about it. Oh, that's so crazy. Cause no, he's who that cuz who it's always a cousin or uncle or aunt or somewhere.
Oh, they crazy, and really we should probably not even use that word. Crazy. That should be like one of those up there on the list where with the N word and the C word and all those other words. We shouldn't call people crazy.
Language matters. Language matters.
Yes, we all battle those things. Eating disorders, all those things play into like mental health. And of course, like I said, we just don't talk about it enough. Like we just don't.
Not until Charlemagne started making mental health. What did he say? Mental health as well. I don't know, but like going to like it was never okay. It was taboo to Like you just people think they call them quacks. For the longest, I'm like, why would they? I'm like, I didn't get it. Like, is it short for something? me, my naive self as a kid, like, why are they calling
Yeah.
the quack doctor? Like, they're not a duck, they don't quack. I don't anyway. So I'm today years old about,
Well,
that.
This year though has been, even if like, so those few things that we name, stress, anxiety, depression, this year has been traumatizing. And like between, what's been going on with the police violence and then the pandemic, it's all of that, all of those things have been like, it's made that those small issues that we struggle with mentally have made them so much bigger, has made them so much bigger. Like even like the isolation, all of last year, we couldn't see people, couldn't touch people, couldn't talk, couldn't go out. Those things play, even the ones that are people that have the strongest, psyche or strongest mental state have struggled, in this past year. So even if you weren't struggling before this year, I'm quite sure, the end of 2020 going into 21, I'm sure all of those, those mental health, professionals that we talk to, I'm quite sure they are booked and busy at this point.
Booked and busy. You're right about that.
Yeah.
As I think it's the pandemic, and on top of everything else we were suppressing, it kind of forces head, and, and force you to either deal with it or realize this is
what you're dealing with.
Because I talk to myself a whole lot. I talk to myself in the head. Look, in the head.
We think nobody can hear you.
Yeah, right. And I also speak all out. But I'm more so, I think things in my head like, well, what? And I either talk myself out of it, like that doesn't make sense. Don't do that. No. Or you can keep going and keep spinning. And I think there's certain mental health is not like a one thing. It's not like something very, which it is very traumatic, but it's not like you're psychosis. That is an illness or disability or whatever. And it minimizes, and it also, what's the word? I guess it minimizes and it marginalizes those who are experiencing something like postpartum.
I struggle.
See, grief.
Losing someone. Oh yeah, and it's probably like compounded this past year. Even feeling grief for other people because I didn't lose anyone personally, my immediate family to COVID or to violence this past year, but I felt the grief as if I did, like the sadness, the just sorrow, and just not knowing where to place those things, even or the things that we've been seeing in social media, a lot of stuff that we let into our homes through TV, through our phones, through the radio. Those things play a big part of your psyche as well. What we don't realize. So we have to be mindful of what we're watching, what we're listening to, people that we're listening to. They play a big deal. So you carry that grief, and it doesn't have to hit you directly to be impacted by it. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah, it doesn't. If it's affecting you, like the word says, mentally, then it's a mental health crisis or issue. But I think people think that they're not in the deep water with it, so they're like, no, I don't need to go talk to somebody. I don't need to do that. But I learned to, and I'm trying to do this anyway, but like when you see people out somewhere and they either look like they're going through it, or they are fighting with somebody in the store about a price on the package, like it's
like, what's acting like that?
Or you just see, and it's we always want to clutch our pearls and look the other way, or like, what's wrong with them? They crazy. Let's stay away. But it's just like that person is really going through something, and maybe people don't have access. People don't have access to the people who they need to talk to. They talking to the cousin, the uncle, and no telling if they're getting good advice, or It's just
or being able to talk to anybody in general. We have to as your sister friend, or the people that are around you that you know very well, we got to be able to recognize when they're struggling. We got to be able to recognize, when they're not on, or recognize those things, like they're just not themselves. Those things we got to be able to recognize, and we have to get better about reaching out to those people in our world, in our space, to say, hey, friend, just checking in on you. I know I can't, some people still aren't seeing other people.
Right.
I know I can't see you, physically in my eyes on you, but I'm just checking in on you. And I just want you to know, that I'm here if you need me. Recognize when that friend is like, has that low energy. Maybe your friend is always high energy, and now these days they're low energy. Recognize that, or just when they're being easily irritated by something that shouldn't irritate them, or maybe they're standoffish. Maybe they aren't accepting your calls and aren't accepting your invites to go out on different things, and normally they would be. We got to be able to recognize those things within our loved ones, so that we know when they're struggling. Because sometimes, things will happen and it's too late, and you like, oh my God, I never knew this person was struggling. But when you think back, like, dang, okay, so this was a telltale sign. This was something that, I probably should have saw, or I probably could have, stepped in and helped on. Sometimes we've come to the point in our lives where I mind the business that pay me. True enough, mind your business. But mind your business when it counts. You know what I'm saying? If you know somebody is struggling, and this is your people, this is your ace, this is your friend, this is your loved one, this is the person that something is not right about, just sometimes it just helps just to be a listening ear, and you don't have to really say anything bad. Some people just need to talk about some things, get some things out their chest. Some people don't have those individuals in their lives, or don't feel like they can come to you about certain things. So just kind of be a sounding board.
Yeah, or reach out to those parents and ask them if they need you want your kids for a play date, drop them off, or you need me to
hello church, amen, good morning, hallelujah.
Because listen, raising these little people,
glory,
and who they are, and who you think they are, and who you think they should, and how you thought you were going to be a parent, or what you said when my kids ain't gonna never. I wish my kid would hit me, or I wish my kid talk back.
And they come here and they hell raisers.
They blow your mind. They blow your mind every single time. Right? Who raised you? Who your mother? Who your people? Come get you.
So funny. I was just my mom. I went and saw my mom earlier today, and she had been helping me this past week, just around the house or whatever, and just spending some time over here because we had, because we do that anyway. So one day she leaves out the door like flying on two wheels. But this particular day, my kids were like on 200. I had told them to be quiet, sit down, don't touch. Stop fussing, get out her face, get out his face. I said, stop. I mean, literally, this is one of those days where I could not get them to just simmer down. And normally my mom is like, okay, Satin, like, you ain't got to keep fussing at them. Like, they good. They do what kids do. Girl, this day, my mama, she started gathering up her stuff after like that second minute, that second half of the day where I was starting to fuss too much. Girl, she started gathering her stuff. When I looked up the back of my door, the little curtain on the back of my door, girl, the thing was flowing, and she was gone. My baby even said, Mima never leaves without telling us bye and saying, I love you, girl. She left. It's so funny because she just said, she's like, so I gotta apologize because last week I think I might have hurt y'all feelings because I had enough. She said, your kids was going crazy that day. I had enough. And You hadn't told them to sit down and shut up too many times and they hadn't done it yet. I had to go. She said, I had to go. So I said that to say, you never
I ain't gotta
realized.
take this. I do not have to take
You
this.
never, I'm going, what
I'm going home.
I'm going home. And so
Like
you
Steve
don't
Urkel,
realize
she
how
got
these
out of there.
kids play. These kids be on your nerve, honey. Tap, 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 and playing on your nerve. So you're right. Because I'm joking about how much they get on our nerves, but in reality, there's a lot of children that, you know, a lot of parents and a lot of kids didn't see another day, you know, because they didn't have an outlet and they didn't have that help. And you devastated when you hear news where a mom has taken her life or taken her kid's life, and you're like, how could you do that? How could you do that to your kid? How could you? It's just
it's and I don't even
as a mom, I empathize. Like I'm never ever gonna say I never want to be one of those people that say I would never do that. I would never think like that. But I empathize. You know what I'm saying? I empathize. I don't think that it was, you know, those things are right, but I empathize, especially when they don't have help. You have to have help to be a parent.
Yes.
You got to have some help. You got to have an outlet. You got to have something.
Somebody to, because, oh, baby. And if your mental state is not already intact, and then the kids crack your children, not the children, we'll get there, but they crack your mental foundation. Your mental foundation can be cracked.
That's okay. That's good right there.
Yeah, even so people who take care of elderly parents or loved ones.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's just a lot.
It is a lot. And I think when we get to the point where we're taking mental health more seriously, like we need to really treat our mental health like our physical health, just like we do everything else. You know, we have you like me, if I'm hurt, my kid's hurt, if I'm feeling some kind of way, my head been hurt for one too many days, I'm gonna go see about it. That's the same thing with your mental health. If you know you're noticing that you can't describe the feeling that you're feeling, or you can't really put a name on it, or you just wake up and you're like, okay, I have no energy, I don't want to get out of my bed, I don't know why I'm feeling like this, and I don't really know the feeling that I'm feeling, but I know it's not me, and it's not something that, you know, I want to stay in. I don't want to live in this space. Those are like telltale signs that you're going through some things. I suffered from, you know, postpartum depression. I've suffered from anxiety. So now that I'm in front of that, because you don't really necessarily, you're not really ever out of it, you know, but now that I'm in front of it and looking back, because hindsight is 2020, I can see where, you know, maybe where I probably could have got ahead of what was going on with me. So, you know, it can be a lot. And some people that you feel like, oh, they got their stuff together, they got their shit together, life is good on their end. Those are some of the ones that are really struggling the most, because on the outward, they want to look like they have it all together.
Before you start putting,
sometimes it's not a look. Sometimes it's not something that you can actually physically see.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Because we put our attention. I think like if you have, I don't know, could that be a thing where if you do have a mental moment, situation, crisis, that you can put are you able to put your attention elsewhere? Like,
I don't know about that.
Is that a thing?
I don't know about that. I mean, maybe not putting it elsewhere, but I've learned to find joy in the midst of my mess. So those things that I can't control, like if I come into the house today and I'm used to going to bed and the kitchen is clean, and this particular day I just really can't, guess what? I'm not gonna worry about the kitchen today.
Let me tell you something.
If it's gonna take away from here, here, and you need to rest.
Don't
worry about things. If you got a pile of clothes in the laundry room,
let it sit.
Let them clothes sit.
They're not gonna get up and talk to you. They're not gonna get up and go to work. They're not gonna get up and run away. They're not gonna get up and
come here and say, "Oh, girl, this how you living?" Because it's a day of dishes, and it's a day of dishes in there. It's okay. It's all right.
It's okay. Yeah. Speaking of that, like the little things that just gnaw at you,
Small.
the small, then keep gnawing, and you think like that ain't no big deal. But I feel like I feel okay, free, but I feel less. I don't know, stressed. I was never stressed, but I never like this has slowed down a little bit to like that
Yeah,
because like
man,
I
moving so
think
fast.
yeah, and if I'm like I done went in there, I think I did do some dishes. There could be maybe one or two things I could deal with. Guess what? I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be okay. It was always like I had the kitchen have to be clean before I go to
Yes.
bed.
Well, who
Before
gonna
I go to
cook?
bed.
Who coming here to check?
Who coming
Who?
here to cook? Who coming here to clean? Who coming here to cook? Who need that
Right.
space?
We've this year
Or
has also taught me to slow down a little bit too. Because we were forced to be in the house, we were forced to be at home. I wasn't running the baseball, I wasn't running the cheer, I wasn't running back and forth to work and all these other things that really didn't make a difference. I learned to slow myself down. And
Mhm.
in that way, I had time to see that most of these things don't matter. Most of it doesn't matter.
Right.
So what?
Yep.
So
And
what? We need to take some time to like, I wrote down some stuff that I thought
okay,
helped me,
share.
just help me, when I was thinking about like your mental health and those things that, can help you out of those spaces.
Mm-hmm.
So one, we need to be able to talk about our feelings, whether, we're talking about, I'm sorry, hold on.
Ooh,
Excuse me.
the Zoom tight.
Allergies. Thank you. Anyway, we need to be able to talk about our feelings, one, identify that we're feeling some kind of way, and then be able to talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
Staying active, like moving around, walking. Maybe you like to run, get out and run. Maybe you like
Mm-hmm.
to, ride your bike, skate, get out and do those things. Stay active. Eat well. A lot of the junk that we're consuming, because we eat our feelings sometimes. I know I do. I'm speaking for myself. I eat my feelings sometimes. Those things can play into your depression.
Mm-hmm.
So eat well. And also, this is really, really big. And it probably should have been top of my list or second to my list, because this is big for me. Sleep. Rest.
Girl, yes.
Rest.
Yep.
That is important. Getting your sleep is important.
Mm-hmm.
Not just on your mental health, your physical health.
Mm-hmm.
All that. Sleep is important.
Sleep repairs the body.
Sleep does rejuvenate.
Yep.
You're just repowered. You need that sleep. You need sleep.
Yep.
And I'm not talking about taking a nap. Like, actually get some sleep.
Just girl, I need to
sleep.
Anyway, yeah, I need to. Yeah, it be my own fault. I just be thinking because I work from home. I mean, if I'm 12 o'clock, midnight during a weekday, it'd be the latest. It should be really earlier than that, but
really it should be. But you like me, like I feel like once
it's 10 o'clock, once everybody is situated,
this is my time to breathe.
Yeah, this is my time to get some mental health.
Hey, I'm gonna have to take from your mom. Your mama told us what on our last episode. Hey, sit in your car alone. Get you your 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes together to yourself. Take your time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Oh, and drink sensibly. If you notice, some people like they drink to like mask their feelings, like they drinking alcohol but once you sober up again, their feelings come right back. They flood right back. So drink sensibly. Keep in touch with your friends, your people, your support, your system, your whoever. Keep in touch with them. Ask for help. It's okay to say, hey, friend, can you please come get the girls? Can I drop them off? I just need an hour, please. Ask for help. It is okay. Mm-hmm. SOS, smoke signal, shoot your flare, whatever you need. You need to do that sometimes. Take a break. If you have the leniency at work where you can put time in, like we call them mental health days, take a mental health day. You ain't got to get up and get on nobody's computer. I know most of y'all working from home. It's okay. Put in that FTO, that PTO time, that vacation time. Put you in a couple of hours. Maybe leave leave out after lunch and don't come back, take you some time. Take a break. Do
And take
something.
a real break. Take a real break.
You mean like a week break? Go
Mm,
somewhere.
or just don't do it with like filling it with another errand or something to fill your time
No,
up.
take
Like,
a
oh,
break.
yeah, just take a break.
And
Log
when I
off.
say break, like log off,
Mm-hmm.
disconnect from work, disconnect
Mm-hmm.
from,
Yep.
all those other activities, social media. Sometimes you need to take a social media break.
Oh,
That
dude.
can be very draining mentally, physically. That take a break. The last thing I have is like, no, last two things. Accept who you are. We're all different, and some people handle things differently. So you can't look at your friend and say, "Oh my God, they're living the same life I'm living, and they're not struggling like me." Accept who you are. Accept your strengths. Accept your weaknesses. It's just what it is. Last thing, do something for yourself.
Ooh,
Do
that
something
right
for
there.
yourself. There
That
is
right
no
there.
sin. There is no sin in self-care. There is no sin in treating yourself. There is no, I know we feel guilty, especially us moms and spouses. We feel guilty from time to time doing stuff for yourself. Treat yourself sometimes. You worked hard for that. You work hard. Treat yourself. So that's my little list of things that I wrote down.
Those
Things
were
that make me
some
feel better.
that was good. Good point
those
you do there.
Jot it down. So yeah. That's all I have. But like I said, learn to find joy right in the midst of things and the things that you struggle with. Joy, you got some you got things that you do for yourself to like woosah?
I think I take like the expectations that I don't want to say that I guess that I put on just trying to be like not even together, because I wouldn't even call myself like, I don't put on the front like, oh, it has to be I don't do that. But I take my time with like stuff I'm gonna get to. If I get to it, I get to it.
There you go.
If I don't not important stuff, of course I prioritize. And I don't have a problem with saying no.
Oh my God, that's good right there. Learning to say.
Yeah, and I think I've created, like, I don't know if it's just the space that I'm in now as an adult. And we really like the people, like I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I take care of kids. I'm there for my husband. And then if I need to go out, then I go with my kids or like, so it's just, I'm in a bubble right now. So I don't know if that's why I don't feel extra pressure or extra stress, or I'm just in a bubble. And I like it.
I like it here. I want to stay here.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in this little bubble. And when I want to peek out, I peek out. So, but yeah, I just take off these expectations, whether it's cleaning, whether it's looking at my phone, returning a text or email or a phone call.
So you don't be texting folks back because you be stressed? That's why you text me back?
No. First, hold up. I know you don't want to go there. Yeah. Take that back.
Sometimes I put my phone down.
Listen, it be times where I don't even know where my phone is. Like, I don't feel attacked. I don't need to feel like we are home.
Yeah.
Right. If we are home, everybody good. Like, something happens, 911 is there, and
the people that matter are right here. I get.
Yeah.
But
so
we should spend more time like that, because
we should.
You don't want to be so buried in what you're doing that people around you. But some people, kids, husbands included, feel slighted because we putting our attention on other things.
Amen.
And now that's playing with their mental health and their psyche. You ain't giving me no attention. What
I don't mean to laugh.
From you is some attention.
Oh my God, she's making us laugh. I didn't know you could carry a tune like that.
Girl, no. I'm nasal from my allergies, but
You're a little
um,
nasal. But so I like to, everybody does this. I like to watch different series in movies because I'm a little movie critic. But everybody does that. But I will say this. Some of the stuff that I watch, I've noticed that I have to stop watching and take a break because it's heavy in the mind. And
man, what?
I don't even know it until I stop. And I'm like, yo, I can't watch this today. I cannot watch this today. I was following the George
Oh,
Floyd trial, like from beginning
yeah,
all the way to
yeah.
the end. And I needed
Go ahead.
yeah. And I had to, after that was over, and then of course I turned to some
Happy.
nonsense. Yeah,
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
Maybe some ratchet stuff, but I don't
You
know.
need that too.
You need that too. Like I'm not here for it, but when I need a brain dump, when I just need to
Yeah.
that's if I'm gonna watch anything, that's gonna be that. But um,
Some of the innocent things that we do, like small things, just like
mhm.
you just said, like they affect your mental health, and we don't even notice it because it's
Don't
so
even
innocent.
notice
And
it.
it's just something that
Hmm.
we do. Like it's something every day that that we do, and it sabotages your mental health, and we don't even realize it.
Don't even realize. Don't even know it.
Some of my favorite shows, I know I have to take a break from because I start hearing stuff and seeing stuff like, wait a minute now,
Right,
what was
right, right, right.
what was that? Or went somewhere and you're like, hold up now. I seen this on my show. Your show is fictional, ma'am.
You trying to such and
Okay.
such me?
Wait a minute
I
now.
just
Don't
seen how
don't
this
don't
gonna
try to
play out.
special victim me now. Okay. Don't try to special victims me.
I know how this ends.
Like it'll really mess with you. I love all the Chicago series. Chicago PD is my favorite one, but Chicago PD is like heavy. Like the crime and stuff and the killing and stuff is
Yeah,
like crazy. And some stuff you're like, wait a minute now.
yeah. Some stuff I'm like,
Did
do
you
I
see
need?
that white car pass my car 2 times?
Or, or it's like I feel bad about even. I feel like God is like, Joy. You're not supposed to be letting this in your spirit. What
Yeah,
are you doing?
yep, yeah.
And I'll be like, okay,
Just entertainment purposes, God.
right. But the next day I'll be watching it again. But like,
But I'm back again.
it's just I don't. Yeah, like and anxiety. And I know we were talking about mental illness and like depression
Mhm.
and um anxiety and stress. Like the anxiety and stress I used to before now with all this mental health awareness. I would have never thought that categorizes mental health.
It
Like
does. It does. And we wouldn't even think about it
I
right.
thought it's just part of life. It's just part of life, right?
Cause that's that other thing that we play
Mm-hmm.
into, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this is just life. This is just
Yep.
what that's not true. And that's what we've been conditioned to think. I
Right.
thought about that after my son was born. I suffer from postpartum depression. And I did not recognize that it was postpartum depression. I thought it was the baby blues because that's what we called it, the baby blues. That's
Yep.
what black women called it. Oh,
Baby
you just want
blues.
the baby blues. And then we kind of shoo it away because
Mm-hmm.
that's what we do.
That's
We
what we
don't
do.
take the time to like
Yep. Won't talk
investigate what's
about it.
going on with that, why
Nope.
you feeling like that.
You'll be all right.
And even like taking medication,
Yeah.
whatever you got to do, to come up out of that hole, that depression, that anxiety, that stress, whatever you need to do to get out that hole, you're not taboo because you do that. You're not. It's okay if you need to take that lorazepam, that
Ooh,
anxiety
she calling
pill.
out words.
Hey, because I was on them because I
Mm.
know.
Mm.
I mean, if you need to take those, if your doctor has prescribed something for you or have a plan for you, or you need to go talk to your doctor, if you need it every Monday at 3 p.m.,
Yeah.
you got to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Don't let other people tell you that. Oh,
That's not right.
why are you doing that?
Right.
All you need to do is this, and this. You don't need to talk to nobody for that. Yeah, you do. If that's what you need to do, yeah, you do. If you need to take that medication, do that.
Take it.
Whatever you need to do to get out your hole, do those things.
And you don't have to worry about people thinking you're going to talk to somebody and that you have like, what's the word? So like people in your space, the closest to you, whether that's a companion or don't don't be afraid to go seek help from somebody else, and don't worry about how they feel. I mean, worry about how they feel, but reassure them it's not personal. It's not about them. It's about you and your growth and your
Somebody to do for me.
yeah. Because I think that sane or people with mental health issues, they can still or not can still talk to somebody and get a benefit from it. Maybe you, like you said, it's maintenance. It's maintenance. You can get in front of it.
It's maintenance. Hello, what's the word of the day?
Maintenance. Mental health maintenance.
I like that. I like that too. You need to tune up every now and then.
Yep.
Because so that your vehicle, your life, whoever you, so that you can function properly, go get that tune up.
Gone.
Even like little kids, sometimes we don't realize what these children are going through. I thought about that this year when the kids are cooped up in the house and they can't see their friends and they can't go to school, and we sit them in front of a computer
a screen, making their vision go bad. Right.
Expect them to learn, and then we fussing at them like, sit down, listen, pay attention. They're kids. Yeah. So our children probably could most definitely benefit from speaking to someone too. But we gotta learn how to address issues differently than what we've addressed them before in the past. We gotta learn how to see things differently and look at issues and problems through different eyes. Even like, and I hate to talk about, going to politics and, policing, but there's been a lot of avoidable police shootings. And I'm not just talking about against Black people. I'm just talking about people with mental illnesses in general. We got to be able to identify when these people are struggling, and we got to be able to de-escalate, and we got to be able to speak to them so that they understand. So I think if we spend more time being more compassionate, because that could easily be anybody.
Yep.
That's running down.
One day.
We make fun and we laugh about the lady that was outside talking to herself, or the person that was walking down the street with no clothes on, and we make fun of those because that's what we've done. But we got to be able to be more compassionate to those that are struggling and just did not get the help that they needed.
Or it could be a temporary thing. Like I remember, you could be having a diabetic episode where I remember a while ago, my grandfather was having an episode, and I guess his sugar was really high, and he went outside and he was naked.
Yep.
And
that happens more often.
It does. And I didn't really know what was going on, but he got back and he got okay. But it's stuff like that it was just a moment. Like even people with Alzheimer's,
that's
like
what they get
like they get lost or they may seem confused, and then you got like people calling them, like even when I see people walking down the street, and I pray they make it home safely, but I look at them differently. Like a part of me would be like, oh, that's weird. Why you? But then another part of me is like, you don't know what they're doing, what they're going through, where they're coming from, where they're going.
Sister, cousin, auntie, grandma.
Yeah.
My grandmother, before she passed, she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So I've seen it. Yeah. With my own eyes. I've seen it. So those things, like to see somebody one way and then, who they are, and then for them to change and not have control of their mental, it's sad. Even though the ones that suffer, not just Alzheimer's, but schizophrenia, all those different types of mental disorders, to see someone that you love suffer or not be cared for or not be treated with dignity, with respect,
right?
With kindness, that's hard to watch. So we gotta be more compassionate to people around us, not to people, whether you know what's going on with them or not. We just gotta be more compassionate.
Right. Because you just don't want to assume that, we're not robots. We have feelings.
Right.
We got things that we're doing. And so before you just start ripping somebody a new one,
right,
check and see how they're feeling. As far as anxiety, I know what I have anxiety for. And I I contain it, but it messes with me mentally and a little bit physically too. Bless you.
Thanks.
But y'all know, folks, y'all know. Now, I like to go places and get there the fastest way. But this plane ride, y'all talk about, we talk about
this.
I know, but I found a friend. I have a friend who has a saying like, we are the same when it comes to this. So it's kind of good to I have actually
a sister friend.
Yeah. But okay, so I'm not the only one that thinks this. But y'all, this is so mind numbing to me that if I'm going somewhere, I get the plane tickets, I'm like, cool. The day before, while packing the day before, like, I'm just thinking. And it's just, I'm thinking, okay. So when I have to map everything out. Okay, I'm gonna park here. I'm gonna leave at this time. I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna park here. I'm gonna go here. Like anxiety. Then when I get to the airport, on my way to the airport, I'm nervous, but I'm contained. No one can really know what's going on all in here. But I'm a mess. Like I'm a mess. I get to the point where somebody may ask me a simple question, and I may not know. Like I'm a mess.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
And I take my time. Like I'm not unless I'm about to miss my flight, but I take my time. I'm getting there extra early. Like I'm gonna sit there. But when boarding time comes, let me tell you, the people say it's like we going. I don't know where we going. We going somewhere and we ain't coming back. We going to outer space. It's so weird. And
how many times have you flown now?
I don't know enough, but it doesn't get any better. It does not get any better, and it's worse when I had kids because if
got somebody to live for,
I got somebody to live for. Yeah. So, but if they with me, cool. But I'm still nervous. I'm just nervous. So that's the one anxiety that I can pinpoint. And I did reach out to my doctor about that, and she gave me a prescription, and it only says take for anxiety for flying, and I only take it when I fly, and it ain't enough. But
you want to be doped up?
I want to be. Give me that. Give me a what they call a tranquilizer. I want to be that dopamine. What was they giving Michael Jackson? Let me get that. And then, if it take a whole day for me to wake up, just
it's okay. I'll plan ahead.
I will. It's an extra day for my trip.
I'm not laughing at you. Trust and believe, because I know that your anxiety is real. We talked about it and prayed about it. Yeah. So I know that your anxiety is real.
And while I'm on there, I cannot take my mind off of crazy stuff, and I cannot focus on one thing. Now I can't.
So a long flight, you just wouldn't be able to make it. They're gonna have to either dope you up for real. You just can't go.
I mean, I'm gonna go, but I'm just best believe. The longest flight I've ever been on was 4 hours. But I want to go see the world, and I plan on seeing the world with my kids, and I just can't. This mental.
You can go back to the West Coast. Then that's a long flight.
Well, I've been to Vegas. That was like the long flight I've been on.
That's a long flight. No, longer.
Well, yeah, the jet stream. Something about that jet stream. But I just it's confining. Like I'm on this mental tube. We're in this mental tube. We're in this little
tube.
It's a tube. We're in a cylinder in the sky. Like, how is this even possible?
You brought back a memory. You brought back a memory for me. I don't have those issues with flying.
Oh, boring. And it's boring.
I don't have those issues with flying. But this one time, flying for work.
Yeah, what happened?
I was on this crop duster.
Yeah, don't give me that.
I swear it was a crop duster. It was the smallest plane I have seen. I flew, and it was snowing. I flew into.
Where'd you flew into? Wisconsin. That's when you went to Wisconsin.
It was Wisconsin, but it was Wausau. It was Wausau, Wisconsin. If anybody know where that is, the airport is as big as my living room. Okay, let's start there. Second, it was snowing.
Girl, no, I'm flying in winter.
We got on this tiny plane, right? And I have a thing about being, I wouldn't say I'm claustrophobic, but sometimes in small spaces I feel like really crazy.
Yeah.
So this particular day, I got on the plane, And so it was ice on the plane. So then they get on and say, hey, it's ice on the plane. We're going to have to de-ice the plane, right?
Which they normally do, right?
So I'm beside this rather large guy, okay? He's beside me. We're on a 2-seater. I'm against the window. I'm as close to the window as I can get at this point. They're spraying this stuff down the plane. Y'all, I started getting hot. I started sweating. Mind you, we're going on an hour on the runway.
Ooh, now that's what got you. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
An hour just sitting.
Oh, I can't.
This tiny plane.
I'm hungry.
I'm already pent in with this guy, and now I feel like I'm underwater because
of the water. Yeah.
They did that for an hour.
Drowning. Ooh,
I started getting hot. I was trying to take my clothes off.
You had that wool jacket on, did you?
Probably. I started taking my clothes off. I had something about my feet. I had to take my shoes off because my feet was confined. It was like I really thought, and I started crying like tears started welling up in my eyes because I was really about to lose it. Yep. Like I was about to lose it. So anyway, that happened. So if your fear is anything like that, I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's worse.
Because I can't even describe it. Like I can laugh about it now, but it was not funny. It was real serious.
Yeah. But anyway. So that was my little anxiety, my walk down anxiety lane.
Oh, I have quite a few. We only have enough time to discuss, but
right.
Even just all the way down to eating, you know, the way we look at ourselves, those play, you know, a big on our mental, and those are things that we can, you know, talk about later on. But I just want the people that listen to us, our viewers, to, you know, be able to find someone to speak to. If you don't have access to a professional, I hope that our people, our women, our friends, our girlfriends, I hope they have somebody in their corner to talk to, whether that's a spouse.
We in your corner.
We're in your corner. Yeah, because we don't this judgment free. Trust and believe. You just heard, you know, Joy and I speak about our issues with our mental health. So our mental issues, everybody has them, whether they address them or not, whether they speak up about them or not, everybody has something. So if you need somebody, Hannah, we here to talk to your girlfriends.
DM us.
Always. DM us.
DM us, comment.
You know,
if y'all want to see a particular topic covered,
yes,
hit us up.
Please.
Comment below. DM. I think I was just thinking about this the other day. We may need to just do a live together and then like see what people interact back and forth. Yeah.
Y'all let us know if y'all like that. That would be cool.
Yes, we gotta get a nice little topic to talk about.
Something juicy. Yeah, that'll be what's up.
Yeah. Whether we talk about, whatever. I don't know, but all right. We can say this for later. I was gonna say like maybe we could. Eventually, I would like for us or the community to read a book and have like a book discussion, look at a movie or series and talk about that because you know.
That's near and dear
to my heart.
In my heart. I'm gonna have to let y'all know because I say that like every episode. I got that from my daughter. I'm gonna have to let y'all see the clip, this video of her talking about in my heart.
I need to see that too.
I love a boy. You seen it. I love this boy. I think in my heart. In my heart.
I did see that.
But yeah.
He was in her soul. Okay. Well, if all minds, and all hearts, are on one accord, are clear and on one accord,
bid you do.
Bid you do and farewell. Our leaders ain't shoes, and we will see you later.
Bye, y'all. We love y'all.
Love you.